Do you think teens should be treated the way they have been treated? And I know that question may not make sense at first, but let me ask again properly. Do you think that teens nowadays should have to go through all the pain and struggle they do and have? Do you think that there's a better way that they could go through life? Do you think there's a better way in general for them to not only thrive, whether that be in school or just in general through their teen years? Do you think there's a better way, or do you think that the way that we are using now to help our children is the right way? Hello, my name is Makahla. I am a Roblox YouTuber. I don't usually do this type of content. I was gonna just post a regular short today, but then something in me decided to make this video. Now, before I go any, deeper into this topic, I do want to say that the things I will be saying in this video, I will not be holding back. I will be telling the truth like it is, and I won't be, stopping. I will be going all the way. So if you have anger issues or can't handle the truth, etc., 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 this is your time to leave. Now, since this is such a deep topic, I will be splitting up this video into 3 parts. The first part will be questions. Yeah, we're gonna ask questions and we're gonna be answering them. After we answer some questions that I have, I will be talking about the music industry, and you probably are going to be very confused onto why I'm going to be talking about the music industry and stuff, but you'll see. And then the last section will just be little notes I have. This video should not be that long, but we'll see. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. How many times in your life have you been asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Me, probably more than 5 times. Especially, I remember hearing it before I was even a teenager to begin with. Which is the topic of the video, isn't it? Well, I remember when I was younger, I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was going through a routine life, doing whatever my mom told me to do, not knowing what I wanted, because, well, I thought no child was supposed to know. That's not what I was told. From what I was told, you were supposed to already know this. You were supposed to know how you were going to make money. By in your teens, you should already be making money. You should know what college you want to go to. You should know what degree you want. Like, to date, as a teenager making this video, I don't know where I really want to live. I have an idea, but I don't have, like, a real firm idea that I will go with yet. It's kind of insane to me how even when you're a young teen, you're expected to know a lot. You're expected to know a lot, but not too much. What do I mean by this? Well, you're expected to know what you want to be when you grow up, meaning your permanent job or your job in general for a majority of your life. But you're not supposed to know what, for example, curse words are. You're not supposed to know what the F word is. You're not supposed to know what the S word is. Or shit. Okay, sorry. You're not supposed to know what any of those words are. Because, trust me, my mom treats me not like my age. Like, she thinks I don't know what these words are, even though she says them in front of me. It's kind of insane. Like, your parents think you don't know these words, yet they are the person who taught you these words in the first place. Isn't that kind of insane? And that's the same thing I feel like I don't understand. Your parents will tell you to do one thing, and they say, "Do you ever see me do that?" But then literally the next day, they'll be doing the same exact thing that they told you not to do. They're like, "Don't drink milk out of the carton." They drink milk out of the carton, for example. Like, if you're going to tell me to do something, if you're going to be, as my parent, a role model, be a role model. You can't choose, oh, I'm gonna be a role model sometimes and the next time I'm not. If you genuinely, respectfully, if you genuinely can't be responsible enough to take care of your child that you gave birth to, why even have the child in the first place? This leads me to another thing. Kicking your kid out of your house because they come out LGBTQ or something along the lines of that. Like, no. I'm sorry if I don't agree with the way you treat your kids. Like, one day when I was younger, I was like about 8 years old at this time. I was walking to the mall with my mom, and I was wearing this really long skirt and this top that was covering 95% of my stomach. You could only see my stomach if I lift up my shirt, and I'm pretty sure I had an underblows under that. Like, my mom would always make me wear so much clothes underneath what I was already wearing. It don't matter how old I was. It didn't matter if I had it didn't matter for what season it was either. But yeah, and we were walking, we were about to enter the mall, and this lady in her 40s, looking like she didn't even have kids. Honestly, I don't want to say 40s, I want to say 30s. I want to say millennial. Yes. She was like, "Oh, I'm so proud of the way you're dressing your daughter. I've seen so many teens wear this revealing clothing. I'm so happy that you're teaching your daughter how to dress properly." And the lady exchanged a smile between my mom, like I wasn't right there. And to this day, that still pisses me off. I'm sorry. Not only are you shaming teenagers for wearing what they feel makes them happy, you're shaming teenagers to make a kid, because at the time I was a kid, to make a kid feel better. I can't. Parents, I can't. I'm sorry. Why? And I know to some people that's not annoying, but to me it is very annoying. And disrespectful. Speaking of disrespectful, you know how many times I've been told from I was younger that you respect your elders? That's what I was always told. Respect your elders. Like, why do I automatically have to respect someone, especially a person I don't even know personally, just because they're old? Respect is earned, not given. I shouldn't be forced to give you anything. Like, I remember I'll be on my class because I do online school, right? And my grandma will just come into the room and I'll be on a live class, and it's obvious to every single person inside, of the house that I am on school, but yet she doesn't know. Yeah, she doesn't know. And even after I will say, please don't come closer, I'm on class, I can't talk, she'll start a whole ass conversation. Like, I don't care about if your old time friend is calling you. Good for you. This is not the time. And then you'll be like, oh, you're being dramatic. Yeah, I'm dramatic, but if I told you this happens every single week, then you might have a different reaction. And it does happen every single week. And I'm tired of it. God. As of right now, for me recording right now, I do want to just make this disclaimer. It is almost 7 p.m. and I've been editing this and I haven't gotten a chance to work on my projects. If you didn't know, I am working on a couple of projects. I can't tell you about them yet, but I am a company owner. I'm a TV show company owner, and I do movies and shows, etc. So this video will be cut short, and I will have, and then like if it does well, and if you guys give me other topics to talk about, I'll talk about them in my next video. But yeah, moving on. So the music industry. What could I possibly be talking about in the music industry? Well, let's go back to the title of this video, unless I changed it for some reason. Double standards. Double standards. Okay. In the music industry, and I'm not gonna say names for this, specifically because, well, there was a child in the video. But in this one video I watched, this music artist released this song. And this video went viral of this mom listening to the song and her child saying the curse word that was inside the song. Keep in mind the child was a toddler. From my personal, from what I'm seeing, she looks like she's 5, cannot be older than 7. But yeah, a 7-year-old was listening to music with curse words. Moving on, because I'm not going to tell you how to parent your child, obviously. Moving on, right? So it's pretty normalized, because I want to just let you know that the mother did not get backlash for this, from my understanding. And it's pretty normalized that kids listen to whatever music. Like when I was younger and I was a kid, I was listening to 34, 35 by Ariana Grande before I knew what it meant. Why? Because the beat was good. When you get older and you actually know what it means, it's like, oh, but I still listen to it anyways. Fire song. Anyways, it's normalized for teens to listen to this type of music a lot, right? Like from the 1980s, I need to say teens because there's a very far difference, but teens have been going out with their friends to malls. They, listen to music a lot. Music has been around for a while, so yes. I feel like that's just something that a lot of teens do, But moving on to my point, it's normalized for teens and kids to listen to music, whether it's suggestive or not. But the moment a teen, specifically a teen, makes a song, whether it be suggestive, whether it be about love, it don't matter what the song is about, it's gonna get backlash. Why? Because someone and their mama is gonna say, oh, you're too young for this. You're too young for making songs about how you truly feel. Like, it's so sad and honestly embarrassing that people genuinely do this. They'll be like, this music is trash. Like, if you don't like the song, scroll. But stop acting like there isn't an actual human being behind the screen that you're hating on. Seriously. Like, I feel like we're in a day and age, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, where people don't know how to interact properly with people at all. And the ones who do and try to teach that other people, they just don't listen. They don't listen. People are always going to be stubborn, and it's just like, it gets to a point. It gets to a point. And while we're on the topic of this specifically, I do want to add, there is nothing wrong with you as a teen making a song about how you feel. There is nothing wrong with expressing how you feel. The whole point of being a teenager is to explore yourself and see what kind of person you want to be. That's the whole point, I feel like, or one major point of being a teen, that most adults do not respect whatsoever. They just don't respect it, and it's like it's just sad. Like, it's like so many things are sexualized nowadays. Like, I remember I was watching a post. I'm not going to say group names. I'm not saying names at all because I don't want to get into a controversy, and I don't want the group that I'm talking about, we're just going to say they're a K-pop group so you get the memo, but I'm not going to say specifically. You can guess in the comments. I don't care. I'm not going to say anything though. This specific K-pop group dances on stage a lot, obviously, but they specifically usually they've been in a couple controversies with their company and etc. Like, the fandom has been going crazy because, and not for the right reasons, they've been saying that they keep giving the company keeps giving the idols slash the group suggestive dance moves, and they'll be like, their excuse or their claim for backing this up is, there's a minor in the group. Okay. And before y'all come at me and be like, Makahla, you're a teen, you don't know what you're talking about, let me speak real quick. There is nothing suggestive about twerking. America has just made it, and the internet has just made it to the point where it is now viewed as sexualized or sexual or suggestive, right? But in a lot of other cultures, it's just normal dancing. When I was 8, I was dancing and twerking. Has it affected me at all? Mentally, physically? No. I'm fine. You twerking doesn't mean you want attention. It doesn't mean you're gonna do something bad with that ability or something. It doesn't. And I feel kind of iffy about it because people will like hate on them, and I just want to say this. I don't even know how we reached into the K-pop like discussion thing, but I want to say this. Yes, the company is mostly in charge of what the groups and idols say and do, but that doesn't mean they control literally everything. Yes, groups can make their own decisions and decide what they want to wear. Some K-pop idols even speak up about it and will be like, oh, I chose to wear this. I'm going to take Cat's Eye for example. Like, people think that, oh, Hybe is forcing them to wear revealing clothing, but in a literal video, Daniela was asking the stylist if they could crop one of the shirts. I don't know where that video is, but yeah. And you might be like, oh, well, that's different because they're not like minors. Cut the bullshit. Sorry. No. There is nothing wrong with you being yourself. Even if you're weird, even if you dance funny, even if you don't know how to dance, And I feel like social media just takes it to a point where it's so serious if a 15-year-old is twerking and laughing and having fun. Like, I'm gonna say her name, yes, for this one. Ayun. Ayun from Baby Monster. Y'all were hating on her because she was having fun in her performances. She was actually smiling, she was actually having fun. I'm not going to talk about overdancing, I'm talking about this part particularly. And after that, I remember this whole entire phase last year where she just stopped smiling. She started dancing even slower, and that became a controversy in itself. And people will still bash her and hate her. I remember they sang, this was recently, for the Mama Awards, I believe they sang This Is What It Sounds Like. Yes, by K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah. I don't think that's what the group's called. But Huntrix. Ha. There you go. See? That's what it's called. They did a cover of that. And I remember these clips were going viral saying, oh, Aeon can't sing. But then someone showed a clip of how it actually sounded in the stadium, saying there was nothing wrong with how she sang. And she actually sang really good. This is what I'm talking about. Social media framing things and making things look like how they're not. And like I said, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that. My point is, you being yourself shouldn't be sexualized. You dressing how you feel comfortable in shouldn't be shouldn't be sexualized, criticized, or like at all. If you like wearing revealing clothing, that's you, right? If you prefer to wear hoodies, that's you too. Like, there's being a teen, I feel like, is also about preference. You will, it's not even a may, you will like something that another person doesn't like, and that's okay. And I don't know why that's so hard to understand. Genuinely. If you are an adult, act like one. Yeah, you want to pull that card. Oh, you need to act more mature as a teen. But then when you do act mature, you're being too mature and you need to tone it down. You tone it down, now you're childish. No, I'm done with that. How about you as an adult start acting like an adult? How about that? Anyways, I'm done here. Thank you for listening to my rants. Make sure to subscribe, guys, and if you're watching this in Eastern time, good night. Bye.